Biodiversity, basically we're talking about maintaining nature on Earth.
The situation today is dire.
Our economic and social and human well-being critically depends on nature. It may be an invisible connection, but without nature, we're really not going to be able to achieve any kind of economic well-being. Just think about water, food, air.
Biodiversity has a lot of natural value, and we need to take that value into accounting systems, into decision making.
The system of environmental economic accounting. It's the only framework that we have, and the global recognized framework that basically systematically provides a quantitative overview of the linkages between the economy and the system of national accounts, and then what happens in the environment sphere.
And I think the key contribution that we hope that ecosystem accounting can do is to put those values from nature, contributions from nature, at the same level of importance as other economic considerations.
There is no question at all that the emergence of natural capital accounting in general, and in particular the work under the leadership of UNSD on development of the system of environmental economic accounts, and in particular the experimental ecosystem accounting framework, has delivered great benefit.
And there's a sense that we're approaching somewhat of a watershed moment, that there's more and more interest in learning about ecosystem accounting, and not just interest. There's actually a lot of countries who are doing ecosystem accounting. What's really, really exciting about ecosystem accounting that it's not. It cannot be done within disciplinary bounds. Well, nature does not acknowledge disciplinary bounds.
All of the big issues of today, biodiversity, climate change, need the full range of thought. We need natural scientists, social science, statisticians, economists. We need lawyers, we need business people, we need technologists. These issues are so complex but manageable. We need all of the perspectives of the academic community, of government departments, of the NGOs. No group on its own can solve these issues.
Collectively, as a world, I guess we need to, and certainly governments need to pull their socks up.
The world's governments will negotiate and finalize what's being called a post-2020 biodiversity framework, a new plan for life on Earth for the coming decade. Not just countries, but let's say cities or states or provinces or companies, indigenous peoples organizations, can identify what actions they can contribute. And so I think that a structure for wholesale biodiversity accounting through the SEEA in a way that encompasses species metrics as well as ecosystem metrics would align extremely well with this emerging framework for life on Earth beyond 2020.
We know what we can do. We can feed the world in a much more sustainable way. We can provide the energy in a much more environmentally sustainable way. So we've identified what technologies, what policies, what individual and corporate behavioral changes are needed. So if the governments of the world will listen, if the private sector will act, we can have a sustainable future where we can leave nobody behind, which is the goal of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So one has to be optimistic that now we know the types of actions that are needed, hopefully someone will listen.